Shehu Okinbaloyi of Channel Television. Hey, who is giving you all this information? I know that you are a media man. You're supposed to know what is happening in this country. My brother, my sister, can you do me a favor? If it is your first time come across my video, make sure you share it. I'm going to show you the interview between him and the SDP candidate. Make sure you share this video so that it go viral. Thank you and God bless you.
Are you ready?
Very much ready.
Why this kind of violence that we're seeing? What is going on? And this seems to be, the back and forth seems to be between your party, your supporters, and that of the APC. What is going on?
Anyway, she crisis is always state-sponsored.
What we're seeing?
There is no crisis in Kogi
Because
State.
the APC said you are the one behind all of this.
How? The state government is the problem.
How?
They are the ones sponsoring all these attacks.
Is this attack, the supporters that was affected, the person killed, who is this person? Is he an SDP supporter or an APC supporter?
I don't know who she is, but the attack was caused by the state government through the council chairman. Approval was duly sought from the DPO, the director, the DSS people, and the civil defense people. We are given more than 5 days notice for the rally. So it is the impunity of the state government that is causing all this crisis in the state.
But they're pointing accusing fingers against you. Severally, you have been invited by the authorities. The police have invited you. You have turned down those invitations, and that you are a violent man. They say they know you very well because you are one of them, and the APC have accused you severally that you are a violent man. How do you respond to those kind of accusations?
I'm a violent man, Mr. Sean. I think you should withdraw that word.
That's the allegation coming from your opponent. That is what they're saying. They said the authorities have invited, the police have given out invitations to you. Have you honored those invitations?
For you to call somebody a violent man, I don't have a history of violence. I have never had any police case in my life. How do you describe me as a violent person?
That's what your opposition are saying.
What
do you tell them?
How
do you defend yourself? Because you have a case with the people of Kogi State, because they are the ones that you are seeking their vote. How do you convince them that you are a man of peace?
Mr. Sean, the problem of the state is the state governor.
How?
The governor is the one orchestrating all these crises in the state.
How?
He's arming thugs.
How? You have evidence?
You know better, of course. You can see what happened about 4 days ago. The thugs are fighting themselves. They are killing themselves. The videos are on the internet. He's arming these boys with AK-47 and pump-action rifles across the state, especially in the eastern part of the state.
Why do you think this is happening?
That is of course, we have evidence.
In what form?
One of his thugs was killed by another thug of his in the Kenya local government. As I'm talking to you now, there are about 4 thugs that are in the custody of the Nigerian military. And they're trying every way to take them out of that place now. You can confirm. Your reporter is in Lokoja there.
Have you been able to honor the invitation of the police?
What kind of invitation, please?
They said they have extended invitation to you based on the past events.
Mr. Sean, when you ask this kind of question, it appears you are taking side.
I'm asking you a question as a journalist.
It's not a question.
Are you uncomfortable with my question?
No, because how? Inviting me for what?
Has the police invited you?
No.
But the police have put what out there that they invited you and you have
to do what?
So they've not extended the invitation to you?
No, police have not invited me for anything.
So what would you say fundamentally?
Mr. Sean,
because
Mr. Sean, excuse me. You know, several times my campaign office has been attacked. We have made series of reports to the police. Up to now, no action taken. Several times our people have been attacked, especially in the east. There's no action taken.
Are you suggesting compromise?
Of course, the governor is the problem of the state. Governor Ayabelo is the problem of Kogi State.
But it's not going to be on the ballot this time around. Why do you think
that is why? Have you seen the candidate? He's nowhere to be found. The only person is here around boasting around is the state governor. He's trying to create fear. And I had forgotten that in less than 4 months now, he'll be out of that place. And there are governors before him, and there shall be governor after him.
Why do you think that there seems to be some attack on you? Why?
Of course, if you are in the state, you know that I'm the most popular candidate in the state. That by the grace of God, the people are with me. By November 11, if you go by the indices there, I'm going to win the election. That's why he's after me. He knows his candidate is not popular. His candidate is part of the problem. The man behind the percentage salary is his candidate. The civil servants in the state are against his candidate. Virtually everybody who is somebody in the state is against the candidate. He is the one promoting this candidate because, of course, of the deal they have.
What deal?
So they know.
Are you privy to that kind of deal?
At the appropriate time, we'll let the world know.
Is it about the monies of the state, or what deal exactly? What is this about?
Of course.
And I'm asking you because I know you are a
He's
former member
putting
of the
this guy
APC.
for. He's putting this guy for because Yaya Bello want to contest the 2027 presidential election.
Really?
Yeah.
And you're privy to that?
Just take it to the bank.
He did contest 2023. So you think that that is his main agenda?
Of course, that's his agenda.
Okay. Let me ask you about your, this issue of qualification is now a topical matter that, based on what we have seen in the past. How qualified do you think you are for this race?
I'm more than qualified.
Academically, are you qualified?
I say I'm more than qualified. I'm qualified to run this.
What academic qualification are you putting forward?
As far as the constitution required.
The school cert.
Of course.
That is the minimum.
That's the minimum.
Or do you have more than that?
Of course.
Can you tell us more about that?
No, Mr. Sean, I said I've submitted what the constitution says. And I leave it at that.
No, so I'm asking because this conversation is about the people of the state. We're talking to candidates.
I have
just a
the
moment.
mental temperament to rule the state.
Just
that's
a
why I'm
moment.
aspiring.
I spoke with a colleague of yours, Mr. Abegid, and I spoke with him, and he was talking about his, we put to test his academic qualification. And that's what we're trying to do, to test also whether or not academically you have the soundness of mind to be able to run Kogi State.
I've answered you, I do.
So beyond having school certificate, do you think that that basic, that minimum requirement is what is needed to run Kogi State at the moment?
It's not a school certificate. I have more than a school certificate.
Can you tell us more about it?
Well, that's not what I'm here for. I have a degree.
It's part of what
I
you are
have
here
my
for,
first
sir.
degree in public administration. But of course, the constitution says the minimum requirement. And you know this country, I have to submit the one that I know nobody can call and change anything there. You can see what they are trying to do to my deputy now. The state government, in collaboration with the security agencies in the state, I've taken my deputy to court. That his work is forged. Only for us to write work now to confirm the authenticity of his result. So this guy, there's nothing they cannot do. In 2019, they questioned the academic the credentials of the MPDP candidate. So I know them, so we know ourselves.
So you want to be secured, you want to be
course.
safe. You are playing safe, that's
Of
why
course.
you do not want to release the rest
Of course,
of your...
I have to play safe because they can manipulate anything against you, especially with the Abelo there as the governor of the state.
Education-wise and the level of knowledge that you have in the state, that you have, do you think it's enough to deal with? You are mentally prepared for the job, the task, because we're going into your manifesto in a moment.
I've answered you that I have the temperament to run the state, both in content and in character.
What about the academic and the knowledge base?
That's why I said.
Intellectual capacity.
I've been around for the past 20 years to understand what governance is all about. And I'm in this race because I believe I have the competence to govern the state.
So tell us more about your competence. If you were to hire someone as a CEO, you will want to know whether or not the person can run the company in which you are hiring them for. The Kogi State people will want to know whether or not tonight you are able to do the job, the number one job in Kogi State, being the governor.
In Kogi State today, the problem in the state is multidimensional. And I believe very strongly I have what it takes to provide solution to their problem. And I know.
So tell us what you know about Kogi State. What are the basic, if you are to list 3 major problems, because if you are going there, you're going there to solve problems.
Yeah.
But you must have done your homework to know the problems you're going there to solve. Give us an idea of 3, for example, of the problems of Kogi State.
Today, in Kogi State, virtually all the infrastructure in the state is in the bad shape. Today, the civil servant, especially in the local council, are being paid percentage salary. The civil servant, the one, the state government, they are only being paid salary. Other entitlements are not being paid. You can confirm from them. Virtually everything that has to do with governance in the state is in a bad shape in the past 7 years. And that is what we want to come and correct. And the people know that I have the competence and the character to correct these things. That is why I'm in the race.
You talk about infrastructure.
Infrastructure.
Workers' welfare.
Welfare.
And what's the third thing? I was asking for 3.
You know, when I say infrastructure, it entails everything. For instance, now, the educational sector, the health sector, that's everything that has to do with governance in the state.
What would you do differently? For example, in terms of infrastructure, what are your plans? Let me give
you one example. In the course of my traversing the state, I went to this western part of the state. The road linking Kaba to Egbe, that's less than 100 kilometers, is in the bad shape. And this road is connecting about 5 local governments. Now, the state government claims that that road is a federal road. And this road is an economic road. By the grace of God, if I have the opportunity and I vote and become the governor of the state, that is going to be a priority. We will do it.
How long will it take you to fix that kind of road?
In less than 12 months, we'll get it done. Because like I've said in everywhere where I've been, I'm going to set up Kogi Construction Corporation.
What would that be doing?
Direct labor. To get these roads done. There are a lot of economic roads in the state. Even within the Lokoja metropolis. So a lot is wrong in the state.
All right. We'll touch on more of that because tonight, should you be elected governor of Kogi State, this particular conversation will be a reference point. They will be asking that you made promises on Channels Television to doing this and doing that, and they will remind you. So you better know that whatever you're saying tonight, you need to mean it. So let's get back to why you want to be governor of Kogi State. If you become governor of Kogi State, if you are elected governor of Kogi State, in terms of the economy of that state, what plans do you have?
Thank you. You see, Kogi State, as you know, is a civil servant state. And
is it a civil servant state?
It is.
What makes it a civil servant state?
We don't have any industry there, apart from Bajana, other things. So what we tend to do, I believe in free enterprise. We tend to open up the state.
How do you do that?
To come in and invest.
How do you do that?
But before investors can come into the state, we must get the infrastructures right first.
So within the first 6 months of you getting to office, how much of that can you do to tell investors that Kogi State is ready for investment?
Good. Investors follow where they see opportunities. And what are these opportunities? Like I was talking about the Kaba Egbe Road. It's a major highway in the state. The road from Lokoja, Ajokuta, Ayangba, up to Ampa, leading to the east. It's a major road, though it's a federal road. It is equally in a bad shape. So by the grace of God, with the support of our people, once we get the mandate, some of these infrastructures that are in Bad State, we are going to start work on them immediately. That's why I said we are going to set up Kogi Construction Corporation, because they still don't have enough money to award these contracts. But we have the manpower with few experts to get some of these things done. Secondly, you see, Kogi people are enterprising people. We tend to support every businessman that is locally based. Every business entails capital. If you go to the state capital and nothing is working,